All right, welcome back to this channel. Aha, 233 media, but like it. Channel subscribe, you so not on post notifications. Now I share link no. I'm OP. And so Ababa Bishop. Albert Amoah. Albert Amoah. A whole seminar na yedi. And that yeah, bro, revelations upon revelations. And if you get to understand what is happening with Albert Amoah, then and you obey your kakra. And you ma obey your kakra. As a kotoko, ede one stone. Equal two beds. Na napin kramo edi ejuma, mabo ejuma. Ama asante kotoko. Like it. Share, na subscribe. You have to turn on post notifications. And now the thought and so aba. I will comment section no more. Na baby answer. Aye fe. And so ewo. Na aye den na Albertamwa assign ma ala Bengazi for a fee of around 200,000 US dollars. Na in less than 3 months ago, player no SIA player of Asante Kotoko. Emunsem Eso. Emunsem Eso. Oba like Shana subscribe. Your friend Augustine. Na you be quite a fucking game, but before that, I mean, you're cracking them if I win them, bro. Now you enjoy, now you're informed about what is going on. Only say Albertamwa I join Asante Kotoko. But before then, Oma winning Albertamwa once again. I mean, sure what Albertamwa can do, kakrebi. Let me show you what Albertamwa can do, kakrebi. Yeshin goes be bakum yunumi and sabi. Na yen traso. Albert Amoah back to Krobia, Kumasi, Asante Kotoko. Right, and the Albertamwa and I want to know 24 years old, 3rd January 2002. 3rd January 2002. Now, Albertamwa 2023-2024 is not about Great Olympics, right? In the Ghana, about 17 games, or share 5. Now, 2024-2025, about Asante Kotoko in 25 games, or share 12 goals. And at this season, about 3 games, I share 2 goals. Or share against Binigo Stars, Kumase. And also against Brukum Chelsea. Brukum, Akotoko winning by a goal to nil. Albertamwa, Efri Kotoko. On a day Akotoko Ebo club by a friend with that athletic club, Casablanca, Mohammed the 5th stadium, Morocco. Kotoko lose by 5 goals to nil. 5 goals to 1, sorry. Now, Kotoko Bull came to your mom with Ghana. And I communicate by Oma to Albertamwa. That day was 25th October 2025. 25th October 2025. 85 days later, on 15th January 2026, which was yesterday, and around 10 p.m., and I got official website, any handles they buy. But before then, about 3 hours before, now you release the amount on this channel that the player no ebe sign kotoko. Now the thing is that Mamin confirming sure that the player did not sign the contract in Ghana. Abetamo is not yet in Ghana. And the Kotoko trip to Bibian Goose as Abetamo and Kobe. Abetamo encore the trip to Bibian Goose. Abetamo first game for Kotoko. Abe against Basake Holy Stars. Oh, Kumas next weekend. Now I travel with the team. No, I could pando out of flyers. Oh, yeah, no, a baba about a crowd to fuck your feet. Now, Abetamo Ebano, the communication say he has signed on a loan until the end of the season. But according to reports, Nini may come on the phone also HSA. The good thing is that Kotoko, Ajio Musica in full, $20,000 allegedly no Kotoko, Ajini in your phone and up and come and make sure someone can in full. Now, and yes, player no and performing to the Alali Ejana Sombra, right? But the thing is that sources no catch them say, the source no boa. Source no catch them say. There's been a change of technical acumen, technical men, or Alali Bengaz or Libya. Now, technical men na a so it was a better more anyone other forward, Rocky or a Nigerian. And yes, some services is no longer needed because of what the coach wants, the technical men here. So the contract was supposed to be terminated. But Albertamo in one season, I registered Makotoko. That's how I registered Alali Benghazi. So I don't know what law backs that. But then I was told that the player wouldn't be able to register for another club, a different club. So it was either his contract is terminated now, then no better than for 6 months. After this 6 months, the season end, they'll be to a different club open. And that's why we got to go for 6 months. And Nana Penkamoti and I'm looking sharp. So if I better know who can about that was area, you look sharp. Now the thing is that Abetama, I can confirm to you that Abetama is not going back to Alali Benghazi after the 6 months. Abetama is not going back to Alali Benghazi after 6 months. After the loan, his contract is going to be terminated. And there's a World Cup money clause be ABA, which is that Menajina be so that Abetama 10 or more goals. 10 or more goals. What a year. Abetoma is likely to join Ghana's squad to the World Cup. It's likely to have a slot. Toronto the court presenter Santo Kotoko the World Cup squad in them. But another thing coming in is that his contract is not yet terminated, which means that if his contract is terminated before World Cup in India, just say the Sikano and call Alali Benghazi. But I know Alali Benghazi, they are aware of this. And they might not terminate the contract before the World Cup. They'll wait for him to go to the World Cup. No magic scammer. If even after they'll terminate or magic also be terminated. But as at now, as at today, Friday, 16th January, shooting at about 11:40. Abetama is not going back to Alali Benghazi. So after 6 months loan on the contract, and as I said, not terminated. Now the player is not yet in Ghana, and then a player in free Benghazi, Libya. And then a player in free Benghazi, Libya. So by Ochina, na player number be do Kumasi. Ochina na deche. Ochina ni Sunday, they know about Kumasi. On Monday, a likely say player be joining the first training session. Na yeah. But after 6 months, after 6 months, this is what will happen. After 6 months, the player will only sign for Santo Kotoko on a permanent deal. If offer now could ever ban offer and make sense. So offer now could ever ban and make sense that the player is not going to sign from sympathy on signing. If the offer makes sense, then the player will sign for Santo Kotoko. If it doesn't, the player is not going to sign for Santo Kotoko. And that's what is happening. But as at now, the player's contract at Alali Benghazi is set to be terminated after the end of the season. Maybe his performance is a bit readdressing the technical man no matter for front or Alali. No, I can say no. Let's give him a second chance. na enko emano. So there's the reason why I said second got the one stone equal two bags. And I say, imagine alleged 250,000 Ghana cedis, 200,000 US dollars, and I'm saying no more player back. But let me ask you, do you think the return of Albert Amoah to Asante Kotoko can forward the club to winning this year's Ghana Premier League? Let me know what you think about that in the comment section. Once again, I'm Augustine. We're exclusive on Albert Amoah. Don't forget, say obe like it, obe share, obe subscribe. Now, Abdul Karim Zito also might be on his way away from us at Kotoko. This weekend, Ochina, I'll be at the being dance park for Ghost Stars Kotoko game. No, so Ankuya, likely say Karim Zito, and Kotoko, ebe party race. Whatever happens then, no, memo, ebe be answer IFA. Don't forget, so obe like it, obe share, and subscribe. Once again, if I'm Augustine, and I'll see you in the next one.